For the upcoming Formula 1 2020 season, we've got a new name in the grid, a new name in the paddock, and that comes in the form of Scuderia AlphaTauri. However, they aren't a new team. They actually started racing all the way back in 1985 under the name Minardi. They then transformed in 2006 into a team more commonly known as Scuderia Toro Rosso. I'm sure more of you will know who that team are. And now, for the 2020 season, they're changing things up once again into Scuderia AlphaTauri. But in today's video, I really want to just take a quick look on why this has happened, why the Red Bull family have decided to rebrand the team, and also who on earth actually are AlphaTauri. We're changing things up a little bit today, ladies and gents, so I'd love to know your feedback in the comment section down below. But if you're new around here, first of all, welcome. I hope you enjoy today's video. And if you're just really thirsty for a bit of Formula 1 content at the moment, you know where the subscribe button is and you know what to do. Enough messing, let's crack on with today's video. AlphaTauri began life under the name Minardi. Based in Faenza, Italy, the small Italian team struggled in their early days of competition. However, that didn't mean they weren't popular. They were a real underdog team, and whilst they never quite tasted victory or even a podium between 1985 and 2006, the team's best finish was thanks to Pierluigi Martini at the 1991 San Marino Grand Prix. But don't let that mistake you in thinking this team did not have talented drivers. Jarno Trulli, Giancarlo Fisichella, Jos Verstappen, Mark Webber and even Fernando Alonso all raced under the Minardi name. However, in 2006, everything changed. The team was struggling financially, struggling with results, and ultimately they were bought out by Red Bull, who had only just already jumped into Formula 1 by purchasing out Jaguar the year prior. Red Bull decided to give Minardi a brand new name of Scuderia Toro Rosso, which translated from Italian back to English reads Red Bull. Fun fact for you right there. The idea of Toro Rosso was to be a junior team to the Red Bull team, allowing Red Bull to promote their young drivers from lower categories, GP3, GP2, and put them into Formula 1 whilst not being under the limelight. And actually, over the team's 14-season history, it has been very, very successful, breeding drivers such as the two Formula E world champions Sebastian Buemi, Jean-Eric Vergne. We've also got drivers that are still in Formula 1 to this day and are still super successful. Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, who got the team's first ever pole position and win in 2008 in Monza. We've also got Max Verstappen and their current two drivers, Daniel Kvyat and Pierre Gasly, both of whom scored podiums during the 2019 season for Toro Rosso and will continue to drive for the team under the new name AlphaTauri. Right, now the history lesson is over for you. Why have Red Bull decided to do this? Did they really need to change the name? Hang on a sec, who even are AlphaTauri? Let's just get that straight. The name AlphaTauri originates from the constellation, yeah, I know, a little bit boring, the constellation Alpha Taurus. However, it's known as the giant red star. All a little bit dull. What you really want to know is, AlphaTauri is Red Bull's fashion company. I didn't know they had a fashion company either before the team decided to change their name. And actually, that hits the nail on the head on why the team decided to change the name. As a brand, Red Bull are certainly not shy when it comes to marketing, successfully running multiple extreme sports, throwing people off cliffs, sending super speedy racing planes centimetres off the sea level. We've also got them throwing people out of space, you name it, Red Bull have most likely done it. However, something they have really excelled in is marketing within motorsport, with the Red Bull livery becoming not only iconic within Formula 1, but also several other categories of motor racing, including World Rally and some of the junior categories of single-seater racing. And it makes total sense why Red Bull do this. Not only is their name constantly repeated in the world and the fandom of motor racing, but also, as a casual viewer, watching a car go around the circuit, whilst you don't read the name whilst they're driving by, you see the livery. You see that livery which has the logo of Red Bull slapped on the side of the car, which in essence is a kind of influencer marketing, using a brand that you love in Formula 1, a team that you love and drivers that you find exceptional, using them to promote an energy drink. It's something that when we normally talk about Formula 1 we don't necessarily consider, but that's how marketing works. Having that livery on the car, even if you're not watching the race, just seeing it on the news, is another chance where the company is able, without even mentioning the name of the brand, to get that in your face, just to get those thoughts going in your head. It's all very subtle. That's kind of what marketing is very, very subtle, very, very clever. And changing the name from Toro Rosso to AlphaTauri, most likely, and this is recorded before the team launch in 2020, but most likely we're going to see a livery change. Most likely that will no longer have the Red Bull logo, but it will have the AlphaTauri logo, and most likely the colours are going to change. We won't see the iconic navies and purples and light blues of the Red Bull design. We will probably go to the AlphaTauri black and white colour scheme, and I am so excited to see what they're going to be able to do with that livery, but that's exactly why Red Bull promote in Formula 1. It's a perfect chance to not only get to the audience, but to get into their target market. And that's why Toro Rosso for 2020 will become AlphaTauri, to promote the clothing brand, to get them on the map in the fashion industry. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Slightly different style today. I might try it again. We will see how things go. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you're new around here and you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Maybe consider subscribing as well. Thank you all as always, and I hope to see you in the next one.